Hello everybody, Floppy Hat Photos back here again with our random rant. And today's random rant is about real estate agents and doing your due diligence. When you hire one, don't hire your friend from school who sells two houses a decade, whatever. Don't do it yourself. If you're not good at it, don't think, oh, I'll go get my license and I'll save myself that 6% and da-da-da. You're gonna shoot yourself in the foot like crazy. I see it all the time. And a lot of agents suck also. So find a killer agent. We went through a bunch of agents looking for houses over the 2 years we were looking for places, and just so many came up so short. And we've done hundreds of open houses and people are just lousy at their job. And virtually like every agent I've talked to that while doing an open house or on a viewing, except for the one we went with, Loretta, every other one, not one of them ever brought value to the house viewing process. And, you know, they would hurt it often. Like I would say things like, hey, I like this spot over here and stuff. And they're like, oh, yeah, but we don't like this right here. I'm like, are you shitting me? Like, stop talking this down. Like, what are you doing? Like, they'll talk about how this neighborhood sucks or something. Like, what are you doing? You're shooting yourself in the foot. And the reason this comes up right now is we bought a house not that long ago. Fine house, no big deal. Paid cash for the whole 9 yards. So interest rates and shit don't really affect us right now. And housing prices have been dropping some because of it. But I'm still wanting a shop. I want to build a big shop on my property. I've got a third lot, which gives me plenty of space to build it, so on and so forth. I just got a quote of $155,000 to $170,000 to build a 25 by 40 concrete block shop. It's insulated and full airtight, painted the whole 9 yards. But damn, that's a shitload of money. Like, that's ridiculous. I can't do it. I can't justify it in this location, especially when we don't know how long we're gonna be at this location. This location is basically here until the father-in-law either has to go back to assisted living or pass away. Then we're moving out, getting 5-10 acres, building, and then going from there. So definitely can't drop $170,000 on a shed. You know, I mean, it's a nice garage, it's attached to da-da-da, whatever, but I can't do it. So went ahead, and there's a property. There's two of them I've been trying to buy for a while and hinting around, looking at stuff off and on, whatever and whatnot. And they don't want to sell them. One of them, I stopped asking because the guy was just kind of it was a rental. So the tenants in there didn't know anything about nothing. But I run these neighborhoods every day. I am on that street at least 3 times a week, bare minimum twice a week, but probably 3 times a week. And I drove by there today and I see a sign that says yard sale. It has a real estate sign. I'm like, that's weird to have a yard sale and a real estate sign together, but hey, what do I do? So I stop in there, and the house is all right, but it's got a nice block garage built next to it. So if you go by math, that's an extra $150,000 of value right there, which is not as nice as the one I'd have built, but it is what it is. So let's just say you add $75,000 on for the shed, or for the garage. It already has a 2-car garage attached to the house, which would be nice. Put the motorcycles in, the Corvette in, and general house stuff. Then I have my full workshop over here, which I'd have to cut a separate door in the back, and there's some things I have to do to it, but it's already there. So I'm like, no problem. Ask the guy, I'm like, hey, is this just a yard sale or is it up for sale? He goes, oh no, it's already sold. It's closing the end of the month, and they're wanting to move it up to like the 15th of April. And I'm like, okay, like I didn't know it was for sale. The guy goes, oh yeah, I don't usually advertise them. I just price them real low and let them sell themselves. I'm like, what? He goes, well, they don't last very long. I don't have to advertise them. I'm like, okay, but why not advertise them and then see if somebody else will make an offer? And it's like, okay, here's about what I'm guessing the square footage your house is. Here's the size of the lot, da-da-da-da, as we're discussing it. And then he starts telling me how I'm wrong on my lot sizes. He's telling me that 4 lots in town is only a 1/4 acre, not a 1/2 acre. I said, no, not true. Each lot is an 1/8 acre. So if you basically have 3 lots, you got about 1/3 of an acre. 4 lots is 1/2 acre, 2 lots is a 1/4 acre. He's telling me that 4 lots is 1/4 acre. I'm like, it's not true. I'm like, trust me, I know this because I've been doing real estate 22 years. I said, okay, let's do the math. 44,000 square feet of an acre, 10,000 square feet and a 1/4 acre. So this by this equals 10,000 square feet. He goes, yeah, that's what I said. I said, that's 2 lots, not 4 lots. He goes, well, you got to have 2 lots to build. I said, yes, 1 lot is unbuildable. 3 lots is buildable. 2 lots is buildable. And then he's saying up there, goes, who? And then he finally admitted he was wrong, which, whatever. But the price he told me he sold the house for, kind of braggadociously, told me he sold the house for, was $39,000 less than I paid for my house. And this one already has the extra 2-car garage. Don't get me wrong, my house is way nicer than that house is now. But when I bought it, it wasn't. That house needs a remodel. My house needed a remodel. So I just looked at, basically he sold it for 40 grand, let's just say. 40 grand less than I paid for my house. And even if you go with just the bare minimum price of $6,000 for that garage that's sitting there, that's an extra $100,000 that is less than like my place. So I could have bought that house. I'm like, are you shitting me? Like, I'm 400 into my house now, plus I got to put another 100 into a shed, or 150, 175, depending on what I go with, whatever. I could have already had my garage there, and I could have had $100,000. I'm like, this is ridiculous. So yeah, and he was thinking he got some great deal. I said, hey man, more power to you, but had you advertised it, I would have happily made a well above asking offer on that, because I would have happily bought that house for the same price I paid for my house. And truthfully, had I known it was on the market, I probably would have bought it again anyway for that price and just rented my house out, or if nothing else, made this house a rental, made the shed a storage unit, whatever, blah blah, because the price he sold it for, I could definitely, it would pay for itself, hands down, without a problem, pay for itself in rental. And I wouldn't have to worry about it then. Who knows, my father-in-law passed away, we'd have extra houses and so on and so forth. But he sold it, I'm gonna say 100,000 below market. And had he wanted to come in and do a little fixing up, little paint stuff, probably could have got another 25 off of that. But that becomes a situation. I'm like, so you're the agent? And he goes, well, I own the house and I'm the agent both. And I'm like, oh, that explains so much. But why not get all your money you get out? Well, I just when I decided to sell one, I just sell it cheap, and I just sell them cheap. And I was like, okay. And I almost asked, which made me a dick, which I didn't, because I'm trying not to be a dick to people that don't ask for my advice. I almost said, hey, do you have like a business card or something, in case anybody I know needs an agent stuff? And I was waiting for him to hand me the card and be like, I want to make sure I have your information to tell everybody that I talk to not to deal with you, because you're a damn idiot. You know, you literally just shot yourself in the foot. Minimum 30 grand. Just from what I saw, looking at the garage sale, looking around the place and stuff, they're 30 grand below what my and bare minimum offer would have been. Probably 40 grand easily. And especially when it's all your money. It's one thing if you think I'm only getting, 3% or whatever of the sale price as an agent, or 2% or whatever your commission is. If you're buying and selling agent both, you're getting 6, but still got to pay back your, brokerage house and all that kind of stuff, whatever you're doing. But holy crap, man, why lose 40 grand? There's so many houses at a time we saw that would literally go on the market, and within 3 days, they didn't have an open house set up. Like, we see it go on the market like on Tuesday, they have an open house for Saturday. So I wouldn't bother calling and getting a showing in that. Show up Saturday, oh no, it gets sold Friday. I'm like, what? Why? 25, 30,000 below asking even back in the day when it first started. At that point, I'm like, why not at least set it up that says, hey, no matter what your offer is, it's on the market for at least a week. Everybody gets a chance to look at it, especially when you have an open house listed. That's just so stupid. I don't understand people. I really do not. So find yourself a killer agent. Take your time. If you are a selling person, don't get so desperate that you take the first offer. It doesn't make any sense at all. List it out there, and even just in the beginning, just say, hey, all offers will be accepted until this date. At this date, then we will basically proceed. And if we don't have any offers that are worth a shit at that time in place, well, we're gonna negotiate. But let everybody know, hey, this is what we're doing. We're doing this for this reason, and this is where we're at. But yeah, so I missed on the house. And like I said, I'm on that street at least twice a week, probably 3 times a week. There's never a sign in the yard, not anything saying it's for sale. Now, I haven't been searching Zillow every day because I'm not really looking for a house. But when a place like that pops up, that's on my list, that's one I would have bought. That's one I happily would have bought. And he's like, well, on Zillow only has it listed at blank value. And I'm like, Zillow is the worst thing in the world. Doesn't give you real values of nothing, man. But hey, he was super stoked about it. And maybe he don't need an extra $40,000 in his bank account. But from looking at what he was driving and how the layout of the house and the fact that he's spending 2 weekends there trying to sell off $600 for the garage sale garbage, I guess he probably could have used that 40 grand. So anyway, that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys hopefully not that soon. And have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.